You ever notice how we act different around different people? A prime example of this would be how we speak to children versus how you would speak to an adult. There's a different tone, there's a different delivery, there's just a different vibration with how we communicate with other people. And so, a lot of times people bring out different aspects of us. So if you're speaking to a friend who's more jovial, you might see how you pair, you might be more jovial. Someone who's a little bit more strict and astute, you might find yourself being more in that posture, as well as your dialects, or however the word choices you use to speak with that person. It's just very interesting how we are not just this solid energetic matter. We're ever evolving and shifting, and a lot of us, more so than others, are very adaptable to who we speak with and how we are around people. But we all do this to a certain degree. So this is beautiful because it's like we're all reflections, and we all bring out another aspect of us out when we have another person. So think of you and these other people as different ingredients, and when you put them together, there's different recipes, and they all make a dish. But whether you use paprika versus ginger versus pepper, it's going to be a little different. So it's really cool. When we are with somebody, we learn more about ourselves. We learn about how we can be more astute, how we can be more comical, how we can be more carefree, how we can be more serious. And all these traits could not necessarily all be positive. There's some people, when you're around them, you feel drained, whether they are, say, a Debbie Downer, or they're just very depressed. You might, find yourself more in a solemn state or melancholy state, versus somebody who's very upbeat. You might feel more upbeat, or you actually might be more drained around the person who's more optimistic and upbeat and extroverted. So it's not like the same ingredient is going to be the same for each person. It's alchemy. So how you communicate and act around someone is specific to your DNA, to your energetic frequency and vibration, and theirs. It's how they complement. So when you're hanging out with someone, notice how you act around them. I've noticed many times in my life where I might have a conversation with someone and it might have bored me or overwhelmed me, or I wasn't like 110% present for it. And then maybe a week or two later, I'm having like the same topic of a conversation with someone else, and yet I'm so much more immersed in the conversation. I'm so much more talkative and interested, and it's just the dialogue between me and the other person is different than the other person. It's the same topic, but it's the delivery, and it's how you mesh with that person, and also like the science of it, the alchemy of it, like how you're able to administer and then receive information based on where it's coming from. So there's no wrong way or bad way, or it's just a way. It's just dynamics. So notice when you speak with someone and how you show up in that conversation, energetically, posture, word choices, just your vibration. Like, how do you show up? How do you feel around that person? What is that person showing you about yourself? What layers are you peeling back, and what is coming forward to be able to work with this person specifically versus this person versus this person? Like the teller at the bank versus the person in the parking lot versus the mailman. Like, how do you act around different people? Even your own friends, you might be a little bit more act a certain way around one friend versus another friend, because they draw these traits out of you. So we all do this. It's a beautiful thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just something to be aware of. Like, how I'm not just one energetic matter. I'm different. I'm flowing. I'm moving, and other people are bringing other aspects of me out. So who do you surround yourself with, and are they helping you bring the best version of yourself out? That's another question to ask yourself. Not just who you act throughout the day, but who also are you surrounding yourself with? Are they bringing out that best vibration of you, and vice versa? How are you able to help other people bring out their light, to shine it brighter? So yeah, just check that out throughout the day, and continue to anchor in your light.